Plant parasitic nematodes are a big problem in turf grass situations. The best way to diagnose that is to collect a sample and send it to the appropriate laboratory to get them to do an analysis on the types of nematodes, the number of nematodes, and also have a look at the root system. And we've got a green here behind us, and we'll do a zigzag pattern across the green, take enough cores to get about 300 grams of soil, which we're going to send to the laboratory. So here we've got our nematode sample ready to go to the laboratory. Send it as soon as you can, and then you can determine what your management strategy will be. Indemnify is a new nematicide from Bayer. It's a water-based formulation which is unscheduled and gives you a quick knockdown on nematodes plus long residual control, and will be very valuable for all turf grass managers with nematode issues. It contains the active ingredient fluropyram. Fluropyram belongs to a mode of action groups called SDHIs, or succinate dehydrogenase inhibitors. These stop energy production in the nematodes. So when we have a look at nematodes under the microscope, which have been treated with Indemnify, they appear straight, not mobile, needle-like, compared with normal active nematodes which move about, which are still feeding and often in a curled up position. So we've got the trial laid out now. What we have here are several treatments with our new nematicide Indemnify. We have a rate of 0.625 litres per hectare that's been applied twice, a rate of 1.25 litres per hectare applied 4 times, either at a 14-day interval or a 28-day interval. Then we've got the industry standard applied 3 times at the 14-day interval, and then of course we've got the untreated control. We started the treatments on the 31st of August. The nematode problem here is the sting nematode, and at that time we had counts of over 1,000 nematodes per 200 grams of soil. Extremely high pressure. Throughout the season we've done nematode counts, and it has shown good reduction in nematodes from the Indemnify applications. But I guess what we want to really see is what's happening under the surface. How has the root system responded? So we've got samples taken here from the trial of the untreated, and you can see very poor shallow root system. So this is the competitor product, applied 3 times at 14-day intervals. So let's have a look at the root system, and you can see we've got a very shallow root system similar to the untreated. No new roots have developed due to the high nematode population that still occurs. So in this treatment, Indemnify was applied at 0.625 litres per hectare with 2 applications made on a 28-day interval starting at the end of August. And we can see the development of some new roots there, better than the untreated. But with such a high nematode pressure and being sting nematodes, we need the higher rates to get good control. This is Indemnify at 1.25 litres per hectare with 4 applications on a 14-day interval starting at the end of August. You can see the deep long root system, 10-12 centimetres, lots of branching, lots of new roots due to the nematodes being controlled by the Indemnify. When we look at turf quality, we can visually assess the quality of the turf. But what one person sees as good quality, perhaps is not what another person sees as good quality. So there are going to be variances between people. And we can overcome that by using an app and this colour chart to get standard measurements from each plot, which will quantify the colour of the turf and then through an algorithm calculate the quality of the turf. Indemnify is registered at 0.625 litres per hectare in preventative situations with low nematode pressure. With regards to the timing of Indemnify applications, spring and autumn are optimum. That is when the turf conditions are best for root growth, and we want to protect that new root system that's developing. If you get into a situation with high nematode pressure during the summer, you can use Indemnify for a knockdown of the current population. Indemnify should be applied in 400 to 800 litres of water per hectare. Then after application, we need to apply irrigation to get it to the root zone. And depending on your situation, your soil type, the depth of your roots will vary the amount of irrigation that's required. Once in that root zone, Indemnify strongly binds to the organic matter and will continue to give long-term control. Indemnify is a formulation with a built-in wetter, so we do not recommend including a wetting agent when you apply the product. With regards to tank mixing, we've found no compatibility problems with Indemnify, but it depends on what you're mixing it with and where you want the two products placed. So the follow-up irrigation needs to be suitable for each, and it may be that separate applications might be best in your situation. Indemnify is an unscheduled product with low PPE requirements.